Hello my precious cinnamon rolls, my name is Phoephoe and I'm here back again playing Loren, the Amazon Princess. We're just activating the expansion pack DLC, or rather we're in the area for that Castle of Namar. Oh, here we go. They closed in on the sinister castle, the sky darkened and the wind stopped. Draco says, I don't like it here. Falling dust pulled their attention to the top of an archway. High above them they saw a winged grotesque crackling to life, as if they had not moved in hundreds of years. Clementia says, gargoyles protecting the castle from intruders, prepare yourselves. Rama says, that's not all. More protectors of the castle emerged. This time it was a pack of inferno hounds. Their growls weren't warnings, but signals of our attacks. Rama says, watch out! The hounds and the gargoyles ascended upon the group almost at the same time. How are we doing in terms of party balance? That's alright. We got 3 hellhounds and 3 gargoyles. Let's see what ice does to... Ice works pretty well. Oh, what's happened to the Loren here? She's burning and paralysed. Not a nice combination. Water damage, huh? Kiki, there we go. Oh dear. Eleanor revives Dora. Nice. Oh, Loren's paralysed again. Where's Kiki? And Dora. Oh dear. That was easy. Chinchabara levels up. Put it all into Will. The gargoyles crumbled into lifeless rubble. Loren swiped her blade masterfully at the final hound in her way. Why won't you die? The hound was still standing on the ground against all odds. Karen says, I know these eyes. The beast is fighting for someone besides itself. Karen had to close her eyes suddenly to keep from seeing Loren's blade make its final strike. Ellen says, it's dead now. Some looked down on the hound as if they regretted that they had to die after fighting so violently. Others, such as the Loren, thought nothing of it. But in the silence they all heard the whimpering of a hound. They froze and turned back around. An inferno hound that they thought long dead whimpered louder and stood up. It clawed its way over to the resisting hound that Loren had just skewered. It was almost impossible not to move by how the beast sniffed and whimpered over the dead hound's body, as if it was capable of feelings like them. The mourning hound then howled loudly up into the sky, the voices of each of its heads creating a piercing symphony. Nerve says, that poor thing. Dora says, did we kill it, sweetie? Polymantra says, no, it's a juvenile. Oh, Kiki says, it's parent. Karen stepped towards the hound, but Loren stopped her. Mother? Would you rather give it the quick death it deserves? Draco says, kill it? After we come here and kill its mummy, our apology is to kill it? Loren said, Loren was tight-lipped as Draco stormed past Karen. Draco? The hound stopped howling and jumped back, growling at Draco. Dora says, dummy, come back here. Ray says, I can snipe it from here, no worries. Draco says, good doggy, I won't hurt you. Ellen says, be careful. Draco pulled out meat from inside his robes and tossed it at the growling hound. It stopped and sniffed it suspiciously, then it licked it once, twice. Draco says, see, no harm done, and a nice one. The inferno hound ripped at the meat with all 3 of its heads showing equally amongst the mouths. When it was done, it pounced Draco. Everyone gasped. Eleanor ran up with her blade drawn, with Loren not far behind. They quickly realised that the hound was not attacking Greytro, however, only sniffing for more food. Draco says, whoa, not there, that tickles. Loren says, what are you doing? Draco says, I think I have a new pet. Eleanor says, an infernal hound? A pet? Draco says, why not? Draco says, because he'll eat you in your sleep. Kiki says, they are demon's allies. The hound didn't attack or growl at anyone. 3 sets of eyes were stuck on Draco. Draco says, no, he's fine. Draco says, I cannot find it in me to kill this hound's child. We should let it live. Loren says, fine, but we're not keeping it. It's no one's pet. Entertaining an inferno hound is only asking for trouble. Draco says, you're my little trouble, aren't you? Loren crinkled her nose. Eleanor, you tell him to get rid of it. No, keep the hound. Oh, we've got skill points. Equally skill, strength. Okay, you can do fireball. Let's get every one of the top tier. Fireball, poison fangs, armor skin. Ella says, I have no problem with Draco keeping it as a pet. Emma says, what? Emma says, wonderful, another creature saved from darkness. Yay! We got an achievement for it. Yay. Mirth approached the dog and petted the middle head. That's not grammatical, is it? It should be pets. Its tail began to wag, and the other's head pushed the middle out of the way, fanning for most attention. Emma says, we don't need dead weight. Emma says, if that mud recognized Draco as its new owner, you won't have to worry about that. It'll fight alongside us. As it says, we are in its new pack. Loren says, I'll kill it if it gets out of line, the same as you, Draco. Draco waited for Loren to leave to bend down to whisper to the hound. Don't worry, Trouble, she's our part. Draco led the hound inside the castle walls and it obediently followed. Trouble became a loyal servant for Loren and her friends. He needed a pack to survive and Draco was willing to adopt it. It was a wild beast that needed domestication in many aspects. Its untamed spirited turned it into a formidable ally on the battlefield. I don't think that's grammatical either. They approached the entrance to the castle and saw it was covered in cobwebs and more dusty gargoyles. The tall windows, however, were lit as if the castle was lived in. Loren took out a sword and moved towards the giant doors. Loren says, do not storm the front, they were expecting that. Amakiki says, we are stronger and it is the easier way. He says, yes, why not? There isn't a fight too difficult for me. Timbaro says, have you ever even met a vampire? Polymarisha says, let's not be foolhardy, they have dark magic on their side. Lorena says, Eleanor, what do you think? Find another way. Eleanor says, vampires are too strong and too clever for us to play by their own game. We need to play by our own rules. Laura says, then we find another way inside. Laura says, what do you figure? Laura says, I remember my mother spoke of a secret passageway. Perhaps there's one on the perimeter. Laura says, I'll begin scouting. They all carefully approached the castle and inspected the exterior for hidden doors. They found a cellar door, and with a quick bash of Ramesses' axe, the lock was history. The cellar door opened with a dusty creak. Laura says, I do not know where this leads or what will be down there. Everyone should remain villagers. No. They walked down into the darkness in a single file. The group found themselves in more of a cave than a room. Laura says, this must be a passage into the catacombs under Namar. Laura says, can we get to the castle from here? Laura says, I am certain of it. Laura says, I suspect the cave from the labyrinth of twists and turns will be infested with the undead. Laura says, we shall consider splitting up into two parties to double our chances of finding a way into the castle. Laura says, I will attempt to use my divination to show us the path, so I will lead one group. Laura says, and I will use my own powers to lead the second group. Loren says, very well, I will lead one of two teams while Eleanor will lead the other. Eleanor, decide who will join you. I trust your decision. Now select who will be in group between Mercer and Polymancho. The other one won't be available for the whole explanation. Choose Valley. I want Polymancho, it's a better mage. Right, so I got me and Polymancho. Let's have Misfit. Oh, let's take Trouble with us. One warrior that's not Loren. Amakiki and Chambara. Oh no, let's take Draco because it's his doggy. Okay. The group split and took opposing tunnels to find a hidden passage into the castle. They walked deep into the catacombs. In a section of tunnels halted them. The passage on the left looked out on the others. The passage on the right looked like it would lead back by the way they came. The centre passage was unremarkable. Polymarisha says, should we stick to the light? The dark usually does not hold anything in our favour. Go left. That's exactly how the vampires want us to think. Eleanor brashly walked right into the dark tunnel and continued to walk against everyone's warnings. Then she bumped her skin on something hard. Ah! Monsters? No, my leg hit something. And I leaned down and felt the presence of a wooden chest. It's a box! It opened easily and she lifted up the top to see what was inside. By that time the party was around her with light. She pulled out a potion of paralysis. I didn't expect to find that here. Look at us. Even with their new prize, they still had to find a way out of the catacombs. Came to a fork in the tunnel. Skulls were strewn all around the left tunnel's entrance. Let's go left to the skulls. Eleanor took the first steps into the left tunnel. The bones crunched under her feet, making her very uneasy. The vicious creature who created the bone could have been lurking anywhere in the darkness in front of her. But she had walked far enough for that instant. She called back to the party, telling him it was clear. The rest of the party followed after her, and they proceeded down the passageway. Oh, I'm very sleepy. Polymarisha says, hold. I sense there's something nearby. Amakiki says, a way out. Monsters? Polymarisha says, whatever it may be, we need to reveal it. It's well hidden at the moment. Dig the wall. Body claws and digs at the wall of the tunnel, pulling the piling deep dirt by their feet. The wall gets thinner and thinner, and it just collapses. A cavity on the side. Found another passage. Excellent, just what we need. Hurry along now. They slip into the new passageway and continue their search. The sound of water could be heard from an intersecting pathway. Kiki says, the ocean? Mother says, if it is, then we are in over our heads. Follow the sound. Against her better judgment, Eleanor decided that she should at least inspect where the sound was coming from. They walked into a man-made room, saw water leaking from the ceiling that was coming from a great cut in stone. Polymerson says, interesting, there's an access rate for building sewage. Draco says, ew, don't let it touch me. Alice says, this is a good find, however bad it smells. We're nowhere near the interior of the castle. They found a passageway that led in the direction of where the water was coming from, and they knew they were getting closer to their escape. A combined skills brought them success. They had successfully navigated the marked catacombs and wound up at what could only be a direct entrance to the castle. Let's save my game. Polymerson says, a ladder! This will lead us straight into the interior of the castle. Polymerson says, I will contact Mirth now and show her the path here. Eleanor nodded and stepped to the ladder, but suddenly something caught her attention. They travelled with the aid of magic to light their way. The tunnel expanded and poured out into an eerie room. Bones and the remnants of dark rituals scattered around. Polymerson says, this evil place. Karen says, we should have been very near an entrance into the castle. Somebody says, all very far. Everyone jumped from hearing the eerie voice. They saw no one. Loren says, come out, whoever you are. A raven swooped down from the ceiling and landed on a rotting table in front of them. Loren watched the bird with much caution. Loren says, another shapeshifter. Loren says, Chambara says, a raven, how cliché. Loren says, are you friend of her? The raven only sat on the table looking around the room with no discretion. Loren slowly approached it with her hands on her sword. Kiki says, kill it while it's in a weak form. Somebody says, I ask that you do not. The same voice from before was now behind them. They turned to see a very old woman leaning against the staff as if it was the only thing keeping her stand. He is my dearest companion. Karen says, who are you? Do you have Amazon sisters? The old woman smiled, revealing she had no teeth. I am friend, not foe. Those that can speak sometimes call him Mother Mort. I have no Amazons in my collection. They are not with me. They looked around the room and realized that she considered the piles of bones to be hers. Salazar says, so you're one of those types of reclusive old ladies. Draco says, the creepy kind? Salazar says, necromancer. Creepy is an understatement. The old woman laughed a dry laugh as if dust would blow from her. I am proud of my work. Listen to me long enough and you'll see its beauty too. Loren says, why should we give an ear to someone who plays with dark magic? We should strike you down. Chambara crossed her arms and rolled her eyes. Mother Mort says, dark, I've heard the term before. Dark, yes, they call this dark magic. Ray says, she's gone senile, can we still kill her now? Messit says, your respect for elders is staggering. Ray says, she's a bone witch, she's not worth any respect. Mother Mort says, you may regret slaying me, I predict you regret it very much. Everyone looked at each other. Loren stepped forward. Do you even know where my people are? Can you get us there? Mother Mort says, I know I can, but I speak of something much greater. You're losing grip on your world above. The kings of other realms have come to claim it. It will be theirs if you let them. Eleanor says, kings of other realms? Polymerson says, do you speak of the Death Knights? Mother Mort smiled and wheezed. What names this company tells me. It's almost as amusing as my own name. Yes, you're Death Knights. There is more than you know. Eleanor says, more? There are more deaths in Aravon? Loren says, no. They gasped and went silent. One Death Knight was enough to bring their whole entire world to ruin, but another? Loren says, how could we have not known? You are mistaken. Mother Mort says, he's a child king. He is fresh and new. But do not underestimate him. He will take as easily as a king in Edinburgh. Mother Mort says, you're a monk from the mountain, yes? Tisk tisk. She wagged her finger at Salazar. You let this happen. Salazar, what? You beings are your very worst will enemy. You think you're the creatures of the dark are your culprits for all problems, world problems? No, no. Says cultists? No. Messit says, hear this woman. Polymerson says, I cannot believe this. Cultists have done hundreds of years of work to keep the Death Knights sealed away. They've invited their own destruction. Mother Mort says, you're starting to see the world from the eyes below. You can see where I trust the bones, not flesh. Flesh is the true evil. Loren says, quiet, necromancer. One was demanding, but Schmal shaking her sword arm revealed the idea of another Death Knight in the world scared her. Loren says, what else do you know of this Death Knight? I can send the king home. He'll go on his way and disappear. The world will be none the wiser. Loren says, but how? We're building a huge army just for one of them. You will not need an army for this king. He struggles to find allies in the West, and he will find little. The other king has already reaped that field. You need my knowledge of his home to send him there. I can bend death to advantage. And he says, how can we trust you? What do you gain from all this? She says, yeah, aren't all you undead folk buddies? We're kindred, but the kings must always be feared. They're blind and will attack all. But it's good for me that some can still tell friend from foe. Mother Mort smiled at Loren. We need each other to defeat him, I think. You will not be able to defeat him on your own. Karen says, what are your terms? Terms? The death of the king. What other terms are there? Ray says, what's the catch? You are very peculiar people. Loren says, you must want something else now. Very well, my dear Raven. This company is so taxing. When you've killed the king, he will give you a gift. I require it. What kind of gift? What if he doesn't give us one? He will bestow something very powerful on you, I promise, if you follow my specific instructions. In return for this gift, I will give you command of my companions to take down the king in Everburn, along with the safety of your world. So now that you have your frivolous terms, do you accept them? And I'm going to end this episode here.
Hi, this is Phoephoe. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, please leave a like, comment, and if you really liked it, please subscribe.